it's Finnovation. Every Christmas, I like to do some big holiday build to kind of celebrate the holidays. And this year, I'm going to do a giant life-sized fireplace. The obvious question is,
how are you going to do that?
well, I was kind of inspired by a dude dad who made a fireplace out of like a shelf. But I decided that I want to do it a little bit differently and kind of step it up a notch. So I'm going to be building it out of my entire front porch. Now I'm going to be doing that combining two old videos. One was our Halloween jail, and the other was our Halloween fake fire. So I'm going to be using like the outside and like the stone from the jail to make like the shape of the fireplace on our front porch, and then I'm going to be using the fake fire for the actual fire in the fireplace. Well, I hope it works. Let's get right into it. All right, so we're out at the porch, and as you can see, we have a little bit of a start. So what we have two pieces that are just some painted plywood, and this piece of wood that's just at the top that's also painted. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece of wood and we're going to put it all the way up on the top of there. And then we're going to hang this shower curtain on it, and it's basically going to cover all the area up here, so it's going to create a gap, and the only opening will be just like this bit right here. All of this will be sealed with like a stone looking pattern that's going to be our shower curtain. Then from there, we're going to put a fire on the inside. Let's get right into it. All right, so as you guys can see, we got this board up and we used some clamps to do that, so we didn't have to drill any holes in the porch just like last time. Now what I'm going to do is, since this piece of wood can come off, I'm going to drill some holes into it and use some clamps so that we can attach it to this shower curtain and these little grommets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my drill, and I've already marked out where I need to drill, but I'm going to drill right here, and I'm going to go up and into it. All right, there we go. Now I just got to clip it and do the rest of these. All right, so I'm putting the last hook in, well, not the last, but the third one, and now we're halfway done, and it's looking pretty good. So now this does go down a little bit lower than I was expecting, so we might just have to fold it up a little bit, but I really don't think that's going to be a huge problem, because all we have to do is fold it up. So now I've got to add the last maybe 2 or 3. All right, so as you guys can see, we got this wrapped around the corner. Now I'm just going to explain how I did that right now. All right, so as you can see, now we're on the other side, and I'm just going to do the same thing. So here's what we did. So first off, we got another shower curtain, but this time we're turning it, rather than having all of like the little things up here, we're going to have them on the side. And I'm going to take the last one and hook it up in here. So I'm going to hook that up. All right, now what we're going to do is take this, wrap it around, and use some little thumbtacks to tack it to the wood and the other side down there. All right, so as you guys can see, we're now like inside our fake fireplace, and I'm just going to take a tack and tack it in right here. All right, guys, so now that we have that second side on, what we're going to do is actually add some stockings above the fireplace, because it's looking really good, but we definitely need some stockings because everyone hangs stockings over a warm Christmas fireplace. So I've got this red vinyl here that I'm going to cut out a stocking shape and hang them up. Now, while I am doing that, we're also going to be doing the actual fire. Oh, so as you guys can see down there, we've got a piece of wood and a fan behind it. And what that's going to be is we're going to create our fake fire, just like how we did in our how to make like a fake Halloween prop fire. So we're going to be doing the same thing. So I'm going to get some plastic bags, some just curtains and red lights. So let's do that now. All right, so we took that vinyl and now we're going to hang up our Christmas stockings. All right, so this is the setup on the inside. As you can see, we have hung a black sheet behind our fan setup, so that it looks a little bit more like it has some contrast and depth to it. But as you can see, we've got that fan there, and those cords are attached to a light. Now what we're going to do is hang up a shower curtain behind it, so it like billows in the wind of the fan.
Use it. Finn is making some corrections and adjustments, trying to figure out how to get the fire set up to work in a place that's not a window.
Yep. So what I'm trying to do is I am trying to get this curtain, which is on like this rod that we hung, and I'm trying to put it down onto the fan. So my goal is to have this set here, and when the fan goes on, hopefully this flutters and looks like fire.
The design process from the outside, we're starting to get some cool ripples.
Yeah, that looks great.
Now let's see, but we'll turn off the inside light, Finn, so we can start to see if it looks like flame, and we might need a couple more light bulbs.
All right, here is our final setup. So what we've got is we've got a curtain clamped down to a fan with 2 lights behind it. When the fan is turned on, the curtain flutters in the wind, and it kind of looks like a fire. We'll show you that in just a minute. Anyway, here's another picture so you can see. All right, so as you guys can see, this is what it looks like from the inside. So we've got our fan, a little bit of a prop up for it, some wood to cover up on the front, and a shower curtain hanging from a rod. Behind that, we have 2 lights, so I'll show you what that looks like from the outside. All right, now what we're going to do is cover up these holes on the side. So what we're going to be using is some black tablecloths, and we're just going to cover up on the sides because a lot of light leaks out at night. All right, so as you guys can see, the stockings are up. The fireplace is in place. Now all we've got to do is wait till night. All right, so as you guys can see, it looks pretty great. And look at who we've got here. It's the giant life-sized elf on the shelf from last Christmas. And I think it's just a great touch. The stockings and the fire, everything just looks great. Love the elf touch too.
Elfin, that reminds me of a joke.
Oh boy.
Did you hear about the elf on the shelf who slept in the fireplace?
No, I didn't.
He slept like a log.
Oh, that was horrible. Whatever, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe down below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye! Alright guys, so it's all done and it looks great. As you can see, the stockings are up there. We've got our elf, the fireplace. I think it just turned out really amazing. This really does look like a fireplace. I mean, even like the scale of the elf is right. It's really, really